Hello and welcome to my channel. This is V is for Vivi 96 coming with a video on how to juice. In this video, you're going to see me put different ingredients inside of my juicer. I will link below my blog so you can get a better look at my recipe. First, I put blueberries and fresh turmeric. Fresh ginger items such as apples and oranges and mangoes get cut and get put into smaller pieces. Next, I used cucumbers I found at my local farmer's market. These cucumbers came for 5 for $1, so I got 10. I did use only 5 in this recipe. Juicing cucumbers is one of my favorite parts of juicing because it's very easy to separate them, it's very easy to juice them, and I don't have to put that much force on it. Once I finish with my cucumbers, I make sure to pay attention to the amount of juice made by the juicer. I have a bad habit of not paying attention to it, and then it overflows, as you can see right there. And then I have to lift it up a little bit and then pour it in there. Next, I juiced a mango. I didn't realize it at the time, but by the point where I actually put this mango inside of my juicer, it was very squishy and it wasn't able to juice. It just turned into pulp. So now that I know that, I'm going to avoid juicing the rest of the mangoes I got. I got about 5 of them and they were very, very ripe. So I'm going to stick to eating the mangoes instead of juicing them. It took me a little bit of time to actually separate the seed and the skin from this mango. It was very slippery and I was trying really hard not to cut my fingers, so it takes me just a little bit. I did speed up the video. While I'm separating the mango, you can see my setup. I usually take my fruit, I wash it, put it in a container, I cut it, and then I set up my juicer parts. I put the pieces in the top, I juice it, and then I empty it into the funnel connected to the water bottle that I clean the water bottle. And once I'm done, I stick it in the freezer, or I put it in the refrigerator. Usually I use celery in my recipe, however, the farmer's market did not have celery today, so I skipped celery and just used whatever I had at home. One of the main things I try to practice as a minimalist is to use up everything that I already have, grocery shopping, instead of just buying things because I want them or going to the grocery store when I'm hungry and grabbing whatever I think it tastes good. Next, I juiced apples. These apples did come with pesky stickers. The apples and oranges actually did come with these stickers. They're very easy to cut. And when I juiced them, they made this chunky red juice. It separated the denser ingredients in the juice. I usually juice 2 or 3 times a week, and I drink the juice in the morning. I drink it as soon as I wake up and right before I go to sleep. I like to do this to be able to clear my system as well as my skin. I noticed a big difference in my digestive health. Dealing with food allergies, I needed a solution to help me be able to properly digest food and to get the proper nutrients from vegetables and fruit, as well as fiber. Oranges are one of my least favorite parts of juicing, mainly because the juice from the oranges usually squirts in my face when I'm trying to separate the outer skin from the actual fruit on the inside, as well as when I am juicing, it usually gets really slippery and I drop them a lot. You can see that in this part of the video. I was laughing at myself because it took me forever to separate the skin from the orange, and I kept dropping it and having to go rinse it off in between actually putting it in the juicer. I also like to include different types of berries inside of my juices. In this video, I did include blueberries. Sometimes I grab strawberries, and I like to put different kinds of concentrates. So sometimes I drink the juice straight, or sometimes I do half water and half juice to make it last. Whenever I do go to the farmer's market, I like to take my basket. I like to be able to not use plastic bags. and any other kinds of bags other than my cloth bags that I carry around with me. And I got this basket actually from a thrift store right next to my farmer's market and basically only paid $2 for it. And now I can put a lot of my loose vegetables inside of it and then just take them home and wash them once I'm finished. I like to have the motto of if I can carry it in my hands, then that's what I need. If it is too heavy or if it's too much for me and I'm just running into a store for the first time, I might not need it if I can't carry it in my hands. Make sure to check the link in my description. I have posted my blog, Vias for Vicky 96 at Blogger. I've also included my Instagram, my Tumblr, and my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy.